Hi, welcome back to Examining Life, a life that's worth living. My name is Amanda. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Wisdom Wednesday. First, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and click the red rectangle to subscribe. I also want to thank my patrons. Thank you very much for your donations. I greatly appreciate your support. If you're new to my channel, every Wednesday I host Wisdom Wednesdays, where I typically choose a quote and talk about the wisdom behind that quote. And my overall goal of my YouTube channel is to be a traveling philosopher, where I travel all around the world and ask locals different philosophy-related questions. And my goal is to see how these questions are answered across different cultures. I have a couple more episodes from Paris that I'll be uploading in the coming days, so be sure to stay tuned for those. I also have some more travel plans coming up, so keep an eye out for those around December. I apologize for my month-and-a-half break that I took after I returned from Paris. I recently took a hiatus from YouTube to train for the Hartford Marathon. Today I'm going to discuss some wisdom or life lessons that I learned from taking on this challenge. I plan to resume my more academic Wisdom Wednesday episodes next week. I first want to make it known that I didn't just wake up one day and decide to run a marathon. I've been a distance runner for about 14 years, and the last 2 years I've ran the Hartford Half Marathon. So I've had a gradual progression towards this goal. In addition to the obvious physical strength and many hours of training that running a marathon requires, it also took tons of mental strength, focus, and discipline. I've always been a rather disciplined person with good habits to be successful at whatever it was that I was working towards, but this was by far the most intimidating challenge that I've ever taken on. Obviously, there are many strategies to achieve various goals in life, but the end goal is typically the motivator for doing each step in between in order to achieve that end goal. As they say, keep your eyes on the prize. That is how I thought I should run a marathon. However, this proved to be inefficient, at least for me, as thinking about how far away the end was turned out to be too intimidating if that's what I was focusing on. So one thing that I told myself to help with the mental focus was Nike's tagline, "Just do it." I had to tell myself to not think about it and just do it. However, that even posed another challenge because I am inherently a thinker, hence the philosophy degree and philosophy YouTube channel. But thinking about how much further I had to go, or even just thinking about anything in general, like whatever was going on, would freak me out, and any distraction would put me at risk at not completing my run. And like, say if I was on mile 4, sometimes I would think, oh, I have 22 left. Like, is this thing ever gonna be over? And then there were a few days that I wouldn't reach the mileage that I wanted to make on a given day because my focus just wasn't there, even if I was physically capable and able to do so. I needed to focus on what I needed to do and just get it done, and to just focus on the here and now. This was, at least for me, a successful strategy. I don't know what other runners do, but this was something that really helped me, that got me through my many practice runs and also the day of the race. However, even though it proved to be successful for me, I had mixed feelings about implementing this strategy. How could I be a goal-oriented person and not think about the end goal? This sounds counterintuitive, yet thinking how far I still had to run was also counterintuitive because I'm getting freaked out at how much more I still had to complete. And again, this also bothered me because I am inherently a thinker, so I had to force myself to not think, so that put me outside of my comfort zone. So it was really hard to A, not do it, and B, to think that what I love to do was also preventing me from this other thing that I also love to do. However, I came to the conclusion that the ends justified the means, so I was willing to turn off my brain during training and during the actual race. And also, obviously, just thinking about the here and now served as a successful tactic that I used during the race, but I also think that that's an important life lesson in general. Because sometimes we get so tied up thinking about the end goal, or just, focusing on whatever we have going on in the future, that we miss what is going on around us right now. And we sometimes don't cherish those little moments with either friends or family. And I think it's important to to do so. So that, I think, is something that I learned to do more just in life in general, and not necessarily be so forward-thinking. Even though, obviously, being forward-thinking and achieving goals obviously has its time and place, and I'm not saying to not think about your goals, but don't forget about what's happening right now around you and to cherish those moments. Another thing that I told myself was to take every step, because every step had to be taken. And this is also something that I think was true both during the race and in life. Literally speaking, I had to take every step because I couldn't complete the race by any other means. Furthermore, cutting corners is not allowed in the race, and it shouldn't be allowed in life either. Cutting corners, whether figuratively or literally, is unfair to other participants, and it also has negative character traits affiliated with it, such as lacking confidence or laziness. If you take something on in life, take every step and don't cut corners. And lastly, stubbornness. Many of you know how stubborn I am. Some of you might think that that's a negative trait because it causes difficulty for you. However, I think that it's not necessarily a bad thing, whether I'm stubborn or if someone else is stubborn, because that's exactly what is needed to not give up. Because there were so many days that I could have given up. So it's that stubbornness that really, was necessary to be like, I'm gonna do this and I'm not giving up, and just get it done. I could have given up on my goal and said, you know what, I'm not gonna run the full marathon, or I'm not gonna run at all, or I'll just run the half again because I know I can do it. However, my stubbornness is what made me focus and fix what was necessary and find solutions to my challenges. Thank you so much for watching today's Wisdom Wednesday. Have you ever run a marathon, or have any other achievements that require intense mental focus and physical strength? Let me know in the comments below. And please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Stay tuned every Wednesday. Thank you. Happy travels. Bye.